Hello and welcome to a no-nonsense review of the LEGO Superman 76302 Superman Mech vs. Lex Luthor. This set retails for $15 with 120 pieces and 2 minifigures, both of which we'll take a closer look at later on in this review. On the back of the box, you'll find a closer-up image of Superman flying out of his mech, along with Lex Luthor and the small piece of kryptonite that is included. I just want to say that the box art on this set looks phenomenal. On the bottom right-hand corner, you have a small image of Superman that really pops out and looks great, and both of the minifigures have icons that are similar to what you see in the LEGO video games. The unboxing experience is just the classic LEGO unboxing. Simply open up this push tab, and after that you're able to pull out the bags. This set included 2 bags, an instruction manual, and a small box for Superman's cape. The newer instructions actually don't look all that bad on this set. You get a closer look at the mech and the minifigure, but as I went to the back of the instructions, I sadly could not find any brochure or catalog for the other January 1st sets, which is a bit of a bummer because I would have expected LEGO to promote them in this set. And the unboxing for Superman's cape is just the classic cape unboxing. You open up that tab, it's super simple, and this cape is actually the one-hold cape, which is the newer one that LEGO introduced just a couple of years back. It's a cloth cape, and I think it looks really good. Lex Luthor is the villain in this set, and he is a fantastic minifigure. He features all new prints on his legs and torso, and that green and purple go very well together. His shoulder pads for the armor also looks great. I really love that piece, recolored in trans neon green, and the stud shooter he holds is a bit oversized, I think, but it is a good stud shooter for kids. I wouldn't complain there, but I just think that it's a tad bit oversized. On the back, tons of more prints there continue on his exoskeleton and his suit. I think it's a great back printing. Overall, this printing on the minifigure is great. However, the only gripe that I really have is that the headpiece is the same one that we've seen so many times over the past 10 years or more. This is the Bruce Wayne minifigure that I have from around 10 years ago, and it is the same headpiece used in this 2025 Lex Luthor minifigure. And here's a closer look at the kryptonite piece, which is just a trans neon green, a crystal piece, recolored of course. Not a bad piece, and I'm really glad that LEGO included this as a nice detail. Next up, we have the man himself, Superman. This is the first Superman minifigure in around 7 years, and LEGO definitely delivered. Sadly, there is no leg printing, so it's just the generic blue legs, but on the torso, it's a brand new print with the giant Superman logo there. It looks great. There also continues on his torso are his abs, and then you can also see his belt that wraps around the body, at least on the front and the back, and overall, I don't have any problem with this. His alternate face expression features his laser eyes. I think this looks really great. I'm glad LEGO added the alternate expression, and I'm glad that LEGO included this. I also do think maybe he should have included maybe some snarling teeth, maybe something like that, because him just frowning isn't exactly the best expression when he's using his laser eyes. The back of the minifigure also does have more details, such as the belt that prints around, and you also do find his shoulders there, so it's a great added detail by LEGO and a good print overall. Both minifigures work well together, although I do think this could have been slightly changed. Lex Luthor, of course, could have had a new face print, and Superman desperately needed a pair of dual-molded legs. I just think that would have made the minifigure selection so much better, and probably wouldn't have costed LEGO all that much money. Here's an up-close look at the Superman mech. This is a good-looking model. There's plenty to talk about, which we'll talk about in just a second here, but overall, I love the color scheme, and it looks fantastic. Now we're going to go ahead and place Superman inside of the mech. First, you have to sit down the minifigure and stick his arms out just a tiny bit, just like the way you see here, and it goes in very smoothly. It's nice and satisfying, and honestly not hard at all. Just make sure that his cape is sticking out and over the build, or else it'll get stuck and likely bent, which you don't want to see. Starting at the back of the mech, you'll go ahead and see that instead of a brick built or a fabric cape, LEGO included 2 red thrusters. Now, this is a good addition. It's obviously what would make this mech fly had this been a real thing in canon. It's a decent addition. I don't really have an issue with it. It's good for kids if they want to pretend that Superman mech can fly. I really would have preferred maybe a giant fabric cape. That would have been much cooler, but nonetheless, it's a decent addition. It looks nice. It wasn't all that hard to add. So overall, I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. Now taking a look at the legs here, this is what I really don't like. LEGO continued to use the same leg, one single piece for the legs as they did for a couple years now, and I don't think I like it very much. This is my first mech with those dual legs, and I think that the color scheme here with his red boots and then moving on to his red suit, with his blue suit, it doesn't look bad, but that one leg piece, it just doesn't fit. Not for me. It's not for me. I do understand maybe it's to keep the ball joints from, stretching out over time, but LEGO does include ball joints at the hips. So if they're not including them on the knees, I just don't think it looks very good. I can't really stand the mech up very straight. I don't really like that. I'm sorry. I'm just not a big liker of the new mech legs. Let me know your thoughts on them down in the comment section below if you guys do disagree. But going on to something more positive is the printed Superman logo at the very front of the mech on a small triangle piece. This is a cool piece. I really do love that LEGO made it printed and not a sticker. It's a great addition, and I think it looks fantastic. Now, here's a closer look at the piece for anybody that cares. It looks a little bit off, like, once you take it off the mech, but once it is on a mech, it really does look fine. Just offside the mech, it doesn't really fit in with much, and it probably wouldn't fit in even if you tried to put it into a mock, but I would love to see some people try and use this piece for good. So, is this mech worth $15 US? In my honest opinion, I would say yes. If you guys want to support the channel, feel free to use the affiliate link down in the description below. But I think this is just a great way to get a Superman mech, Superman minifigure, and Lex Luthor all in one set. We haven't seen any of them in quite a while now, and if you don't have them in your collection, I would totally recommend it. Nonetheless, I think that it could be a little cheaper once it goes on 20% off. Hopefully soon, it would be much even more worth the value. But if you guys don't have Superman yet, I would recommend getting this set. It's a good set and really not much to complain about aside from some minor details. Thank you all for watching this review. If you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like and comment your thoughts down in the description below. With all of that out of the way, make sure to have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.